Hello and welcome to episode 18 of the Fools on a Hill podcast. I am your host, Cal, and I am joined by two Yanni boys today, Yanni and Liam.
She's legal, baby.
Hello.
Wow. What an intro. What an intro.
Yeah,
can
I've
now
always
drink,
thought
guys.
of our podcast as
Mature.
already a grown up, born as
Yeah.
an adult.
Got the keys to the door? Is that what it is at 18 or is that 21?
21, I think that is.
Oh, never mind.
18.
Speaking
you
of
buy...
keys to the door,
Wait.
Oh, well, I didn't even plan that.
Segue.
but
that was a quick.
oh, by the way,
That's the earliest segue we've ever had.
I'm Yanni. Liam's here. Did he?
Hi, Liam. Hi, Liam.
There we go. He's only gone and bought a house.
Well done.
Thanks, guys.
He's only gone and
Yeah.
bloody done it.
Yeah, I bought a house.
Wow. How has that
Congratulations.
happened?
I'm an adult now, apparently.
Wow.
That happened at some point. So we're getting
Scary
grown up.
as fuck.
Why don't you
Uh,
give everyone a lovely little story about the first night of the
okay.
visit to your house, Liam? Go on.
Well, first night, very excited. We were just planning out kind of what work needed to be done. A lot of work needs to be done. Had a nice chippy. And then it was reasonably late, about past 10 o'clock, I'd say.
Yeah, it was,
I thought
yeah.
we'd do a bit of work, a few little bits here and there. There's a cable that I wanted to pull off that was stuck to the walls, and the banister at the bottom of the stairs. We wanted to get rid of that, so I just thought we'd try a few things. Very kindly, the people that moved out just left a crowbar in one of the cupboards, so that was handy. So we're not going to go.
Any blood stains on it or what?
No, there were a few on the wall,
brilliant.
but I think they're unrelated.
Jeez,
There's
Jesus
also a
sent them
massive
away.
shovel in the back garden as well.
Handy.
Yeah, it's very, very handy, very kind of them. But yeah, trying to get the banister off, struggling a little bit. And I thought, use the crowbar. I'll just pull it. You know what I mean? We're almost there. We're almost there. Failed to remember that right at the bottom of the stairs, opposite said banister, was the front door, and next to it a small window.
Ah.
And me being me, of course, was
Should only be Liam.
got the end, like the curved part of the crowbar around the banister, slipped back, popped the other end straight into the window, and luckily it was a double glazed glass and only one of the panes smashed through. But yeah, smashed it.
I
Wow.
cannot describe the look that was on Lydia's face.
Oh, I can
The
scarcely
moment-
imagine.
The moment you heard it crack.
She was raging. She was.
Yeah.
I think she just kind of turned around and walked away, and then wouldn't let me speak to her for a bit.
Yeah.
Um,
And then it was
But yeah.
collecting all the. You could every now
Lots
and
of
then, every second you do it go like cracking up,
yeah,
and then
we
we
had to
smashed
basically
the
just
door
pull it
to
down,
yeah,
Yeah.
get the glass to fall out.
and then collect all that and put it in the bin, which was very, very fun for our first night. This happened. Oh, it must have been like probably close to 11 o'clock, I guess, by the time we managed to stop cracking it. I'm very surprised none of the new neighbours, which we hadn't met yet, didn't suspect we were trying to break into the house. Also, no one came round, thankfully. Very, very fun.
Wow.
Very fun.
So that's your first experience of being a homeowner?
Yeah, that was basically the first thing that happened.
Start as you mean to go
All
on.
positive from there. I did break the radiator the other day.
You
Purposely,
can't be
or-
trusted.
Almost caused a flood. No, it was an accident. It was an accident. Trying to get the skirting board off from behind it, and just a bit silly, aren't I? So I'm just not going to do any
Extremely.
more work now. Leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, I think that's
That was-
wise. When I have a house in the future, I will not be asking for your assistance.
No,
Don't ask him at all.
I'm quite good at coming and just kind of pottering around.
If there's a really pointless task you need doing, Liam's your man.
Mm-hmm.
That cable
Okay.
that he was on about that
Yeah, didn't
ran the
didn't
length
need
of that entire house. I'm not even joking.
it.
Literally the entire house. He'll do that hands down. That
Yeah,
telephone
I'd
line
agree.
that doesn't connect to anything, he'll bloody rip that out for you.
If you know, do you know when like a back gate the bolt is a little bit stiff?
Yeah.
If you just need that the little hatch thing just lifting a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
I'll sort it out. Nice
Don't
and
give away your
smooth.
secrets, Christ.
Nice and smooth. Good at
Brilliant.
those kind of things.
Brilliant. Well, we're all excited for a Fools on a Hill party when the time is right, when COVID
Yes.
allows.
Mm-hmm.
when the double glazing is back in the house.
Yes.
Don't want any stiff nips at the party. Don't want to give off any wrong impressions.
I feel like came a standard with you, Carl.
Well, yeah.
You're not invited unless you've got the stiff nips, right?
Okay, don't worry. I can arrange that. Have we been doing anything else, or is that what your whole week has revolved around?
Just house, breaking and breaking things. That's it.
Brilliant.
No.
Jan?
I've been helping him tear down his house.
Brilliant.
But I've actually purposely done the things I've done, and it's been useful what I've done, not counterintuitive or counterproductive, should I say?
Whatever.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. I'm excited.
How about you, Carl? What have you been doing this week?
Well, I've been very ill, actually. I say very ill. I've had a cold, but because
It's on his deathbed.
it was grim. A couple of days I was very shivery and very, very sad. You might be able to hear it in my voice. I sound better now than I did in the group chat before.
I thought Barry White was in the call.
But yeah, my voice will probably break more than it normally does. But I'm all right now. Just Kara's working in a school. Brought some illnesses home. It's not COVID. She's had 3 tests since, but we're all good. Other than that, not done much. Bit of uni work, bit of sunbathing. That's about it.
Very
Nice. Now,
Listening to some very mediocre music.
but yeah, well, we'll get
Yes.
right into that, won't we?
We will.
Yes.
That's what this podcast is about: mediocre music, ladies and gents, and everyone in
Always.
between. Intro. That's a segment.
No,
we're just
these
gonna-
are in the wrong place.
Give you some.
Should this not be in the next segment? Why is it in
It
intro?
should be. I don't know why it's in this. You know what? Now's a good time for a change of scenery. Cal, I've got one question and one question only for you.
Go on.
What's the story?
What's the story? Morning glory.
Well,
Bubblegum bitch became certified gold.
it's about time.
Tell me more. Is this
I
actually?
can't.
I have no context.
No, I have
not
no
tell
idea
you
what
no
this
context. Is this Marina and Diamonds?
It is. I saw this on her Twitter the other day. She posted it, and I thought, you know what? I like this song. I'm gonna put it in.
But you didn't
like-
think to put Marina and Diamonds.
Well, I mean,
Song.
there's only one bubblegum bitch. Let's be real.
When I read that, I thought there's someone called that, and then I thought, unless that is Marina,
Bubblegum bitch became wrapped
that's a
in
great
gold.
singer name. Yeah. Bubblegum bitch is that's the album, I'm guessing, is it? Or
Nope, that's the
no,
song.
it's not. Electro Heart's the album.
Yep.
So the songs become gold.
Yes.
I don't know if I remember which song that is.
Well,
I don't think I know
disappointed.
either.
I'm
I mean-
very disappointed in the both of you.
I know Prima Donna. I
Don't we?
know Prima Donna.
Don't we
That is
all?
the song.
We all know it. Sure,
Um,
we've all watched
Yeah,
that
no,
video
Bubblegum
many
bitch
times.
doesn't
very. A lot.
do much for me.
I don't see why it's such a big deal, though.
Hey.
Dildo.
Oh, fucking hell. Listen
Oh,
to the song.
sorry, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Didn't know. Listen to Bubblegum Bitch because it's a tune. But it's certified gold. I like the song, so I thought I'd put it in. That's it. Cal,
Hey.
you
Jan.
tell me about this next bit of news, please.
Well,
Oh, I can feel
everyone
the
knows I am quite the shoegaze fan.
excitement.
And one of the pinnacle shoegaze bands, I would say. Where has all that gone? Okay, it's back.
What? One of the
one of the,
pioneers, would you say?
Yeah, one of the pioneers of the shoegaze movement are a band called My Bloody Valentine. And this week they have announced that they will be reissuing their 3 albums and like an extras album as well. Yanni, is that correct?
Was
Or
it an
do you
EP?
know?
I thought it was.
An EP or with some, I don't know, whatever. But the 3 main studio albums will be on vinyl for the first time in a while. And they're also back on, well, not back on UK streaming services. They're on UK streaming services for the first time ever. So that's bloody exciting, isn't it?
God, I am buzzing.
You are
I've never been
buzzing.
so excited.
I think the main album's called Loveless, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what everyone says is an amazing shoegaze album. Ironically, as a massive shoegaze fan, I've not actually listened to it. because it's not been on streaming services, and the old vinyl is very expensive, so I never bought it. But Only Shallow was on Spotify for some reason, just that song.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very good song. So I'm excited to finally delve into some of their discography. I don't know about you two. I'm sure Liam is beside himself with anticipation.
I've obviously heard a lot about My Bloody Valentine over the years, especially Loveless, and often see people referring to Kevin Shields as one of the best guitarists, especially of the shoegaze genre, but also describing his guitar sound as sounding like a Hoover.
Yeah.
Which I can get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'll give him a go. I'll see what the crack's about.
Yeah, initially when I was like researching the shoegaze genre a few years ago,
Doing your homework.
for some reason I just had this in my head that this was Bullet for My Valentine. I just
There's
had no idea. Yeah,
There's always been a crossover in my brain of those two as well.
definitely. And I remember there being a guitar in Mr. Cohen's class with a sticker on that.
Yeah.
With that on.
Is that his strat or?
Was there a sticker for Bullet for My Valentine on his guitar?
Yeah, I don't think it was his guitar. I think someone gave it to the school.
Right.
But
It also had Funeral for a Friend.
oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of then.
It definitely had Funeral for a Friend. I remember.
Oh, maybe
his
that's
strat.
what I'm thinking of. I see where
That
I
was
got
his
confused
strat. That was
there.
definitely his strat.
Was it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, like a sunburst one was it?
Yeah, it was.
It was
Yeah.
just.
Oh, well,
was
that's what I'm thinking of then.
it was like real Fender, and he made a big deal that it was like a real Fender. It was really cool.
But it was crap.
It was really shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it would never.
He said he got it from America, but I'm sure it was a Mexican. So
Wouldn't surprise me.
But
hi,
yeah,
Mr. Cohen.
so yeah. Hello, Mr. Cohen, if you're listening. Hello, Mrs.
Well,
Cohen.
I hope no.
If you're
I
listening.
hope not. After we've just done that, Mark.
Oh, probably
Mark our
a dreadful name. But they only had 3 albums. MBV. It seems
To
like
my
from their
knowledge.
influence they would have more. And I'm just looking actually, and the last one only came out in 2013.
Yep. Wasn't that long
And did they start the lowercase only thing?
ago?
All
I
the
don't
songs from Loveless from 1991 are lowercase.
Well,
Wow.
Well, I never,
Pioneers,
eh?
truly.
There's 4 albums here. I've got.
One's
yeah.
an
There's
EP
one of them
as well.
is one of them's
An EP.
the extras or EP one that.
Oh yeah. Ecstasy.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Ecstasy.
What was I going to say? Something useful, probably. Oh, I listened to the Loveless album in a bit. When I realised it had been reissued. How do you like it?
Yeah, I think I will.
I put on the one before Loveless as well, which is called Isn't Anything, and I didn't have much time to listen to it, but whatever song came on was heavy as dicks.
Well, I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
I do like a heavy dick.
he really does.
That's why we've been friends for so long.
Yeah, whenever I am in need of a heavy dick, Liam trots along with
Trots.
his little perm
And a heavy dick.
and his heavy dick.
Heavy dick
But yeah,
trotter.
the
That's right,
vinyl,
after all.
the records are all reissued on black vinyl, which is quite disappointing. But I
Oh.
feel like I might buy Loveless regardless.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Yes.
Before we move on,
Oh.
I want to say something, and I realise I do apologise. I should have mentioned this in the intro, but with you just talking about music you've listened to this week that isn't new, I thought I'd mention. I went back and listened to Eve Tumer's first album.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I went back to listen to Eve Tumer's first album, and it's honestly just not as good as the second album. It just isn't. It's good. It's a very solid album, but there are no. It's a lot more noise than song.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of noise in the second album, but there's good song structures. There just isn't that in the first album, which I was a bit disappointed at, because Licking an Orchid's still one of my favourite songs from them. And
Yeah, that's a
on
great
that album.
song.
Like in the
Isn't-
middle of that album, but the rest is just not that great, really.
Is there a song called Noid or something on?
Yes, there's a song called Noid.
That's that and Licking an Orchid are the only two I know off that album.
Yeah,
I tried
Noid's
to give it a
alright.
go, but didn't do much for me.
Like there are a few like Noid is like a song. I know it sounds, you know what I mean by saying I say a song. It seems like you're following it. But just a good chunk of them are just like noise. So yeah, sad.
Yeah.
Wish it was more. But anyway, listen to the second album, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Sorry. We may continue.
What the hell's it called? Heaven to a Tortured Mind.
Yes, that is correct, Colin. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Is
I
it?
still got that on order in silver vinyl. Just ordered it about 5 months ago at this point.
So
Still
you
in
haven't
stock
got
on
it?
Banquet. Yeah, Banquet Records. I've emailed them and everything. Like they're not being funny, but I'm not slagging you off, Banquet. If you're listening, please continue to send my
Please
records.
do your job.
Yeah, but they said that like the wholesalers delayed because of COVID. They might be pressing more, they might not be. But I'm not going to cancel my order. And then if I see one on Discogs, for cheap, I'll just buy it and then cancel it.
Well, Colin, it's a good job you didn't put it on your top 10 list then, wasn't it?
It is, and
Hey.
every night I go to sleep and think, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I also
'Cause I
do the
won't-
same thing about you.
Yeah.
I think. Oh,
Yeah, to be fair,
I won't be having that rule this year.
very stupid. It's pointless.
It was
Absolutely
pointless.
pointless.
I just wanted to flex the records I bought.
Yeah,
Basically.
sad. That's a sad thing to do.
This year it's
Yes.
just going to be Shame's album in every place though. So
Yeah.
it's going to be top 10, 9, 8 and so on.
Yeah.
Next bit of news, because blimey we're spending an awful lot of time on this. I don't know anything about it, but I'll read it. Glastonbury are going to stage a global live stream entitled Live at Worthy Farm. It'll feature the likes of who is this? Coldplay? Who are they?
Up and coming, mate.
Okay. Kano, Haim, Idols, Wolf Alice, Georgia Smith, Michael Kiwanuka, and more. I'm really excited for more. I heard they're
More of
really
my
good live.
favourite band at the moment.
And that is going to be on May the 22nd. Tickets are 20 quid. Don't know why I'm
But-
trying to sell it for them. But yeah. If
I
you want
wish
to watch the
they-
live stream, do it.
I wish instead of more, they had many more. They're really good at the moment. Cracking band.
Cracking band. Cracking windows. Um,
That's me, baby.
are any of us interested in this at
No.
all?
Sorry.
So
I've just read something further down on Notion and it made me laugh.
okay. So so £20. So are these all? I know last year they just basically played old recordings, didn't they?
Yeah.
Essentially. Well, it's a live stream, yeah. So I guess these are all going to be performing somewhere. Hang on, this is like real time realization. So they're going to be playing at Worthy Farm on a
Yeah.
live stream.
Most
Okay.
likely.
That's okay.
Someone
not paying
get this
20 quid for
man a medal.
I think someone should pay 20 quid for that, and then sort of link out or something.
All of it was going to be on probably the. Well, don't they usually like stream it on BBC anyway?
Yeah,
It's
this is
not on
bollocks,
iPlayer.
this really.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll be able to watch the performances, but not hear everyone having fun, and I feel like that's going to be much better.
Yeah.
But we'll have to pay.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
not
that.
paying. I'm just going
I already
YouTube
pay a TV
afterwards.
license.
Yeah,
It'll
so
be on
just,
YouTube.
yeah, or just go on the iPlayer and
And
just
there's no way
watch
the
previous
bands won't upload their own performances because
Mm.
they just won't miss that opportunity.
Well, Carl, I imagine it won't be on iPlayer because it won't
No,
be
I
on
mean,
BBC if it's-
you weren't listening to me. I said go back and listen to previous performances.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know. I mean, it's good. If people were going to Glastonbury, that was the first voice crack of the episode then. If people were going to go, they might be bothered, but that, like Idols, I know performed there 2 years ago, so their set's on.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Wolf Alice the same. So just, I mean, don't pay 20 quid, basically.
I reckon Coldplay probably played like the introducing stage or something like that
Maybe.
at some point.
Maybe.
Although, like someone like Michael Kiwanuka, well, he probably has played there at some point,
Probably, yeah.
potentially. But it would be good to hear him play that album.
Yeah,
What
they're
was
doing the BBC Six festival. I know I talk about BBC Six constantly. But
You're an old man.
what's wrong with Six? I'm not listening to
No,
four.
6 is great. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Who's listening to 4? Don't bring that into
Old men.
conversation.
And Michael Kiwanuka is one of the acts, and the stuff does sound great live. So that was where I was talking about that. Finally, we have the Brit Award nominations, and then I
Dun,
put
dun,
if any are
dun.
worth speaking about. Have any of us looked?
No.
Yanni, are you gonna do it?
Are
now?
we
I'm going to
completely-
Google it.
Are we
right
unprepared
now.
for this? I have no idea who's been
No, I know, but I thought it'd be
nominated.
funny just to do it like this. We did it like this
Okay.
for the
Yeah.
Grammys.
We did. Nominees.
For some reason, it's. Oh, hang on.
Do you want
Okay.
me to- I've got them up. Do you want me to?
No,
Oh.
that's I've got them as well.
Oh, you got it, Yanni. Go on.
So, MasterCard Album of the Year nominees. We've
Yep.
got Arlo Parks, which we've covered.
Yep.
Collapsed in Sunbeams. Celeste, which have we also covered?
I
Yep.
covered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same week, yeah.
Cal, Dua Lipa, or Dua Peep.
Dua
Nostalgia.
June-
J Hus, Big Conspiracy. Never,
No idea.
never
Nope.
listened.
Isn't that
And
new?
Jessie
Really
Ware,
new?
What's Your Pleasure? And I'm not going to discuss that on a podcast.
Can I do
female-
the? Can we take it in turns? Please, come on, I take it. in turns.
Should we say who we think's going to win MasterCard album?
Yeah, let's do that first.
Okay,
It's gonna be Dua Lipa.
I think it's gonna be Dua Lipa.
okay, Dua Lipa.
I think out of them, Dua Lipa deserves to win it. Although Celeste's album was really good, in my opinion.
Celeste's album was really good.
Dua Peep. You've heard it here first, folks.
I'm coming in with the
Put your money
female
on.
solo artists. Okay,
Yeah.
similar list. Well, pretty much exactly the same. Apart from
Yeah,
the
it
others. Arlo Parks, Celeste, Dua Peep, Jessie Ware, and Leanne Harris. Now that album was good. Her album was very good last year. Leanne
Don't
Harris.
I've got a feeling it might be Arlo Parks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really have no idea.
Yeah, no, that's a good shout, that, actually. I don't think Dua Lipa will win both of them. That's a good shout.
Well,
next,
surely-
next category.
Surely
Go on.
it would.
That's it.
Go on, Carl.
I'm not doing it. I'm going.
Okay, male
Oh.
solo artist nominees: AJ Tracy, Live and Direct, Heady One, J Hus, Joel Corey, whoever the fuck that is, and Youngblood, everyone's favourite. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Come on, Youngblood.
I
AJ
dunno.
Tracy.
I think it's going to be AJ Tracy, but I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Well, J. Hus might-
Depressingly, Youngblood is the one I've listened to most out of them.
I wouldn't
Oh,
mind
God.
as long as it's not Youngblood, and I've never heard of Joel Corey, so I don't know why
Yeah.
it would be him. Go on, Liam.
British group.
Little Mix.
Fucking hell.
Bicep.
Uh,
Biffy Clyro.
Biffy fucking Clyro.
Little Mix. The 1975. And Young T and the Bugsy. Young T. I don't know who Young T and Bugsy
I
are.
think 1975 will win.
I think Little Mix will win. I would like to say about Bicep, because I've been listening to Six a lot recently, their songs are coming on in just songs rather than the album. Because because I had to listen to it for the album and it was hard work. But as standalone songs,
Yeah.
they are boss. They are really good.
I've heard one somewhere and I enjoyed it. I think it was
Yeah.
6 actually.
So I do feel like I was quite harsh on the album, but as an album, it was pain-inducing. But yeah.
I thought that image of Little Mix looked strange there. It's because they're missing Jessie.
Yeah.
Bit sad.
Oh.
Congratulations to Jade, who won this week's Celebrity Stand Up to Cancer Bake Off.
Congratulations,
Oh,
Jade.
spoilers.
Well done. Congratulations to Jade.
I can't imagine, Yanni, you are a Bake Off fan, are you?
I'll watch it occasionally. Meh.
I'm
Not-
probably the least Bake Off fan.
You,
I hate
you
Bake
love a
Off.
good bake, though, don't you?
Hey,
Yay.
like a big baby.
Breakthrough artist: Arlo Parks, Bicep,
It's the
Celeste,
same list.
Joel Corey, Young T, and Bugsy. Essentially, just a mixture of everything we've heard before.
Celeste.
Probably going to be Arlo Parks or Celeste.
I think it'll be Arlo Parks again, yeah.
Liam, go on. You got
British. Oh, there's a bumper on this.
here. Go on.
British.
It's easy for you to say.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
British single with Mastercard. We have 220 quick. Fucking hell.
Oh fucking hell!
220 Kid and Gracie with Don't Need Love. Do you know that one?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
H and A say I can't speak. What's wrong with me? H and AJ Tracy feat Tay Keith with the song Rain. I think that one was quite good.
If it's got H on it, I'm going to say no.
Dua Peep with Physical.
Oh, that's not even the best on the
It's not-
album.
yeah, it's really not the best. Harry Styles with Watermelon Sugar.
Again, not the best on the album.
No.
Heady One, AJ Tracy and Storms with Ain't It Different. Joel Corey and Emanike with Head and Heart. Nathan Dorr, KSI with Lighter. Regard and Ray with Secrets. Simba feat DTG with Rover. And Young T and Bugsy feat Heady One, Don't Rush. Don't Rush.
I think
Fuck
it'll
me.
either be
Probably not.
it's either going to be Harry Styles or I bet it'll be the one with H in. That's what
I
I'm
actually
Yeah.
think that one was
No, I
quite
can
good,
go with
the
that.
H one, if I remember rightly.
I think it might be Harry.
I'm not
Probably
going to lie
not.
to you, boys. This is not making me want to watch the Brits.
No,
Nope.
no.
Not at all.
We're getting on to international now, and these seem a bit more
Yes.
interesting. Because
So,
British music is just down the pan. So.
Liam, I will do
Please.
next one. Female solo artist, international, worldwide, Mr. Worldwide. They're all just Pitbull for some reason. No, it's Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, Cardi B, Miley Cyrus, and Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's got to be.
think
It's got to be
Billie.
Taylor, but
I
it
think
should
it'll
be
Billie.
No, I think if it was last year, it would have been Billy. But this year, I
Hmm.
think Taylor will win it. But Billy should win it
I don't know how Billy's still on all these nominee lists. Because
because she's sick,
she
mate.
hasn't released anything this year, though.
King of the Gimps.
She's, she's really good, but she hasn't released anything this last year as far
Everything
as
you
I'm aware.
wanted was that.
No, that was
Everything I wanted. Was it?
18, 19.
Was it everything you wanted? I don't know.
Everything
I
you
know, it's
wanted.
It's not
I'm
that song.
surprised we haven't got like Megan Thee Stallion on there or
It's
Doja
the
Cat
Stallion,
or
actually.
Lizzo, something like that. They're all very. When I think of like female solo artists, they're the one I think of at the moment. As being very
Wow.
current.
Liam,
I think
Hey-ho.
of Gabrielle.
Oh, of course. Of course. Male solo artists from the internationals. Mr. Bruce Springsteen. He was born in the USA.
Bruce.
Bruce. Burna Boy. Who I assumed was British. I don't know why. Burna Boy. Childish Gambino. Tame Impala. And The Weeknd. Very weird seeing Tame Impala on solo artist.
Well,
Yeah.
it is.
And I know it's
so,
just
innit?
him, but
Ah,
I
does
still
seem weird,
think
doesn't
of
it?
Tame Impala as a band.
He's
Yeah.
hurt himself.
Oh,
What's he done?
Kelly,
well,
okay.
just- yeah, it's alright.
I think it's Tame Impala will win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Or The
too.
Weeknd, possibly.
I'm sure he'll make a big huff on a puff if he doesn't win,
What's
like he did
what's
with the
Gambino-
Grammys. or whatever.
Childish Gambino done this year? Last
Yeah,
year.
I don't know. I have
Well,
no
the
idea.
last album he released was naff.
Was This Is America was like the last thing he did, wasn't it?
No, he released an album since that because he had like Feels
After
Like
that?
Summer, but it was named
Oh,
as just
yeah.
it was named as just the timestamps, I think.
Oh, what's occurring?
Yeah,
I think I
that's
remember that. Yeah.
ringing a bell, yeah.
So like Feels Like Summer and Some in Summertime. There's two summer songs that he released.
Yeah, I
as
remember
standalone
one of them being
singles.
quite good.
Yeah, Feels Like Summer is a good song.
Yanni, hit me.
I can't from here. International group. I got BTS,
Winners.
Fontaines DC, Foo Fighters, Time, and Run the Jewels.
Such a weird
Now,
list.
I would say that I hope it's not BTS, just so I can see all of them rage out on Twitter about how it's not BTS.
How is this voted for? Is this a public
if this is
voted?
fans, then or public,
It's
then
definitely BTS.
BTS. Yeah. If not, Haim.
I'd like to see Haim
Possibly.
win it. I think they've had.
I think Haim might.
That album last
Yeah.
year was really good.
If it's
like
Foo
that.
Fighters, I'm going
Oh,
to punch
fuck, man.
someone.
It's weird seeing Fontaines DC. They were up for a Grammy, I think, as well, weren't they? And I'm not, I quite like Fontaines DC. The last album wasn't amazing, but they seem to be getting all these nominations for best album over a
Wow.
lot of
That's why
equally
it's only
known
nominations.
bands. Well, yeah, but it just seems strange. They're not like a more well-known band than some that are being let off.
Liam,
Strange.
there's only one more.
There is, and does anyone care? No.
Well, we've got this far.
Brit Rising Star. There's only 3 here.
That's always
We've
offer
got,
in Britain.
we've got Griff. We've got Parsilo. I'm going to say. I pronounce that Solo, I reckon. And Rina Sawayama. I've heard Rina Sawayama quite a lot. She's got the
Yeah,
album
Yeah,
art
yeah.
with it's all kind of weird, like a spider kind of looking. Is that right?
Isn't it her face with like her hair out here?
I'm going to quickly Google it, and we'll be able to find out then. Yes, that's it. Yeah. I actually was thinking of a different one, but I have seen this one a lot. So I'm going to say her. Because
Yeah,
I've seen
I've not heard of any of them, so I'll agree with what you guys are saying on this one.
Venus Zoe,
Uh,
congratulations on
The
Rising
only
Star.
the only one whose name I've remotely heard. I haven't listened to the album.
So
And there we go. They're the winners of the Brits this year, 2021. As announced by Falls and Hell podcast. Thanks for joining us.
that's been the story, and thank you for listening.
Super
Hot off the
long
press?
story today.
Hot off the goddamn press.
Is it half the press? Yes, it is.
Now. We're in the land of hot off the press.
Oh,
Scalding. Christ. Oh, God.
Gallop!
Bit hot in here, isn't it?
Gallop! Gallop!
hello,
Is it hot?
mate. I'm not gonna
Is it
lie to you.
Yeah.
This was a difficult one this week for me.
Go on.
I've listened to "For Those I Love" by For Those I Love, I believe.
Brilliant.
There's probably a song called
believe?
"For Those I Love."
What do you mean?
Honestly, I have such minimal affection for this album. I've not even bothered to research it remotely. This week, I wanted to listen to "Real Estate," but Liam chose for me, said that was
didn't. You could
boring,
have said otherwise.
and said
didn't
that
say
I
it was
wasn't
boring.
allowed to listen to it. You actually did. I will get the
No, I'm saying it was
screenshot.
boring.
You did.
Okay.
So he was like, "You like Sinead O'Brien? You like spoken word Irish music? Why don't you listen to this?" Fuck me, I hated it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh right, well I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it.
You should. It was awful.
Yeah, it was pretty crap. The song "The Myth / I Don't" was my favourite. However, I didn't like the "I Don't" part. There was two quite obvious parts of the song, so I liked "The Myth," and that was all I liked on the album. I thought it was quite good lyrically, but the fact that the melody was so stabby the whole way through,
Monotonous.
it was very monotonous. It was too much. I don't think it was interested enough musically to carry the fact that the melody of the vocals was just the same. Honestly, I've spoken about this more than I thought I would. So all that's left for me to do is rate it. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of
Be
5
fair. Okay.
because
Okay.
I feel like it would have been a 1 out of 5. No, 2 out of 5. No, I'll give it a 2 out of 5. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
However, it has knocked mine and Liam's friendship from a 10 out of 10 to about an 8.
Whoa, you're out of 10.
But what?
How long
once
have you
you'd
been
list-
friends? Christ, that should be far lower than 10.
Once you listen to it, you could have said, "Listen, I'm not doing this shit,"
Well,
Yes.
and I would have accepted that. I was just saying, "Let's give it a go."
yeah, you were a bit pressuring in the chat last night, saying, "Right, boys,
It's not
right,
pressure.
right, boys, you've got to decide now. Like, come on, you got to decide."
Well, we did need to do that.
And you do, and we do need to decide earlier from now on.
Yeah, it was. I actually can't
Did
believe
we,
we didn't decide until.
Did
the
we
night
put the
before.
post out
No.
or not? I can't.
No, that's not today. Anyway, is that today?
Oh, the one on Wednesdays. It's just to go
Yeah,
out
that one.
yesterday.
That one. Yeah.
Oh, he
No,
buys a house
technical
and he forgets
glitch
his
there,
jobs.
I think. Technical glitch. That'll be up shortly after this podcast. No one's waiting for it. But well, you know by now. Well, you don't. Yeah, you do. If you're listening to this, then you already know what we're talking about. So who cares?
So yeah, I don't want to talk about this album anymore. Someone
doesn't-
who,
Okay.
someone who's
Yeah.
next, talk, please.
Yanni, have you listened to Cam's album?
I skimmed it and I think I gave it too much time by doing that. To be honest, it was horrific. Liam, go on, you say something. You've not listened to it either, have you?
I listened to maybe the first 2 songs and then quickly skimmed through it. I didn't really have enough time to listen to it when I couldn't be asked.
Too busy
If I did
smashing
have more
windows.
time, that's it. If I did have more time, I would have given it a full go because I didn't hate it massively from the offset. But I could see that I wasn't going to enjoy it, kind of thing. So yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, it's alright, mate.
It seemed interesting when I originally had on my cursory glance, cursory listen. It sounded quite interesting.
You were wrong.
Yeah,
sorry for those I love. Not good. Next.
Liam, what have you had the hopefully pleasure of listening to?
I have had the pleasure of listening to the band Bull.
Bull the band Bull.
Bull the band Bull. And their debut album Discover Effortless Living. We've heard a few singles from these mother chuffers, and we've covered most of them on this here podcast. They include Love Goo, Green, Eugene, and Bonzo Please. I think we've covered them all actually on the podcast. Wow. And I've liked what they put out up to this album. Looking forward to it. A lot of talk before it came out that it was a good album, so you know. I was very much looking forward to it, and I wasn't let down. I think I put it out there. I was not let down. I quite enjoyed it. Now, I've been busy this week. Don't know if I've mentioned that. So I've listened to it about 4 times today.
You haven't.
Fucking hell.
that was too much of a reaction. That didn't feel right. And at some point, the needle starts to turn back, I guess.
Christ, I feel like I've heard this story somewhere
I'm having
before.
deja vu.
Oh, yeah, just ruined it.
Have you got a bloody echo in this room, guys? Or is it just
I
me?
feel like I need to start again now. You fucked me up.
What do you mean start again? I'm keeping this in, so just carry on.
Okay, so start again? Oh, you're just going to leave this in?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're rolling. Come on.
There was
Time is money.
Let's see if you noticed the cut, but you'll notice these guys acting like dicks. Yeah, so listen to it a lot. So I know how I feel and I know that I enjoy it, but I haven't really had time to digest it as much or make many notes. That being said, there's a few kind of influences that I picked up on. There's a few standout tracks and things like that, so I'm going to go through them. Now, the first song, Bedroom Floor, it's a very nice song. I like this song, it's one of my favourite songs. Reminded me of the band Wilco in spots. Got a bit of Wilco vibes there. I also got some Pixies vibes for sure, especially on the track Eddie's Cap. And I also got some Pavement vibes as well, as with most bands nowadays. But a very good, interesting mix of songs. I felt like some of them were kind of what's the best way to describe them? Some songs felt quite old. You've got some songs like Green, very kind of 60s vibes, a lot of ba 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 and all that kind of feel going on. Very nice summery songs, kind of make you feel like the 60s summer of 69, you know. The sun's high in the sky and all that. Then you've got some songs like Eddie's Cap and another one a bit later on, I can't remember which one it is, that are a bit heavier, a bit surprising, but it's nice to get that mix. Overall, I enjoyed pretty much every song. Standouts, probably Bonzo Please, Perfect Teeth, Eugene's really good, Green's really good, as I mentioned before, Bedroom Floor. There's really not any songs on there I don't like. It's one that I definitely will listen to more moving forward. So that's as much really as I have to say on it. The rest of my notes, Love Goo, still a very solid song from the first time I heard it. The one thing I mentioned before about the ba ba ba, all that,
Mm-hmm.
there are 2 tracks where I think it's I don't remember. 2 tracks where they have very similar of those kind of ba ba ba. It kind of becomes a little bit overused towards the end, I think.
Okay.
Like there's 3 tracks that use that, and 2 of them they do it in kind of the same way. But it still kind of feels fresh, and there's some great guitar work on there, some great bass. The vocals are really good. Like I really like his voice. The singer, obviously the singer. Yeah, I think it's a very solid album, very solid debut album, from a British band as well. But a lot of you know, I'm sure a lot of Americans would enjoy it. It's a very good transatlantic album, and that's my final word on that. Transatlantic.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
rate it?
I do,
me-
kind of, yeah.
I'm gonna give it, and I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
Mm.
Although I'm gonna give this a golden sticker.
It's not a thing.
And do you want to know what that golden sticker is? Do you know what it is?
I know what it is.
That
Can I guess
is-
what it is?
No,
Okay.
that is. Go on, Carl. You can
I
guess.
think this is a golden sticker to symbolise I've been lazy this week because I've now bought a house, which means I'm better than everyone else. So I've not given this album enough time. So I think I'd like it more than I'm actually saying I like it.
I've listened to this album at least
4 times you
7
said.
times.
What?
4 times. 4 times
Oh
today,
my
and
God.
I've listened to it a few
7
times
times?
since before, at least. How many times have you listened to your album, Yanni? Once?
Enough.
Well, before we go there, the golden sticker is to represent. If I was to tell you that, I'd also give it to Shame's album and Black Country New Roads album.
Yep.
What do you think that means now? Does that mean
I mean,
anything
you're
to you?
dragging this point out. I think that's what it means.
It means to me that I will be shocked if the gold stickers don't return in our album of the year 2021 discussions.
Oh, wow.
For me, I think I'm going to listen to this more, and I think it gets better with every listen, essentially. So go
Very
and
good.
go and listen to it if you haven't. And did you guys listen to it,
I did, yes.
perchance?
A little bit. A little bit, leave it.
Okay.
Personally, I was quite underwhelmed. I think, well, I'll start. My favourite tracks were Green, Eugene, and Eddie's Cap. And I think the song order kind of threw me off because it got heavy in the middle
Mm.
and then was like quite soft at the start and the end. And that's quite weird.
Yeah.
It was like an inverted
No,
Oreo.
Yep. I know what you mean.
And I think, I don't know, I did like it. I'm not saying I didn't, but I don't know.
But wouldn't an inverted Oreo be better than a normal Oreo? Be
Yes.
honest with yourself.
100%, yeah.
I'm not really that big a fan of
I
Oreos.
I'm
want
assuming
to be
you've got
more
some
of
way
the
of holding it
inside.
without getting messy. You've got some sort of receptacle that can hold it.
honest. Receptacle. Yeah, well,
Like, do you know, like
whatever.
the cigarette holders that they have where they don't, like the plastic things
Yes.
that like fancy ladies have.
Oh,
But
right.
for an inverted Oreo.
Right,
That's what I'm saying.
fair enough. Well, yeah, you do you, mate. But I don't know. It was quite it was quite unforgettable to me. I enjoyed what I heard,
Okay.
but I'm not, other than the three I mentioned, I'm not like
Say it.
excited to go back and listen to it.
Say the phrase.
Danny, are you agreeing with that, are you?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with that. It didn't really do much for me.
I will say it's a grower, for sure.
Like
The
me.
more you
name?
listen to it, you notice the bits. Like, just like you, Yanni. You notice bits that you don't listen on. You notice on your first listen, for sure.
I noticed everything immediately.
I've always thought that.
Yeah.
Yanni, tell us about this. What's your album? Tell me more.
The band, the group, the duo.
Yep.
Death from Above, 1979. Not to be confused with any other band.
What other band on our note here, Yanni?
the
Just
name,
tribute
because it's
band,
so
or-
odd that it couldn't possibly be confused with anything. The album is for lovers. Now,
What's it called?
is for lovers.
Yeah, I get it's for lovers, but what's the album called?
It's about 4 lovers, 4 individual lovers, and it's for them. I've never listened to this band before, although I've heard about them, obviously. I feel like most people have heard the name before, or at least know the image associated with them. Like they're...
The Elephant Guy.
Yeah, exactly. So, was it a little bit shocked when I first played the title track? No, the opener, Modern Guy. Very heavy. I got Tron vibes. I don't know about anyone else. I got very much like Tron soundtrack by Daft Punk vibes.
Like a heavy version of Daft Punk.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I said it had a cool chorus, and it sounded a little bit like good Royal Blood.
I said that about Free Animal. I don't know if that's the one you mentioned, or are you just saying about in general?
No, about Modern Guy. But
right.
this is the point I'll make. The first 3 songs
Please.
are very, very similar to me. Anyway, they just there's not really too much that's different about them because I can't think of the word. So I actually wrote a note at that point thinking, oh, you know what you're getting for the whole album. But there's a weird thing halfway through where it sort of changes style quite a bit. So yeah, Modern Guy, Tron vibes, cool. 1 and 1, naughty little guitar tone. And then I put in question mark
Proper naughty.
Scott Pilgrim.
No way.
I got Scott Pilgrim vibes off 1 and 1. I think most of it is partly because it sounds quite not basic. I don't know how to describe minimal, but
Garage.
Garage, yeah. It's not really minimal because there's a lot going on, but everything,
Right.
yeah, it sounds quite garage, yeah. So yeah, I got to Free Animal and I thought I'm a bit sick of this now. It's a bit much for me, but I did at the same time put the individual tracks are enjoyable. Like they just came on randomly, you know, like in the middle of a shuffle or a playlist or whatever. Like I'd happily enjoy each of the songs, well, the first 3 songs on their own. But listening to it one after one is what I thought was very draining, to be honest. I've then skipped over NYC Power Elite Part 1 and 2. I don't
Why?
really care for them. I think I preferred Part 2, but that takes a while before it comes in with any vocals, I think. I can't really remember it.
Oh, you skipped over on your notes, you're saying, sorry.
Yeah. I preferred
but-
NYC Power Elite Part 2. It was heavier in the first half. And then it seems to go a bit manic, which I quite like. But again, it was still in that same vein of just being very loud, fast, in your face. And I was a bit bored of that at that point. I'd had enough of that. I think Totally Wiped Out is again the same, unfortunately. Liam is playing the saxophone. I'm gonna carry on with or without him.
Fuck him. Like Bono.
Glass Homes is my standout of the album because it is different. It's very video gamey with the 8-bit, which I'm sure Liam will have a lot to say about if he was here, but he's not. He's fun to play his saxophone. I liked it because it was different, and by that point in the album, it needed to be for me personally. And I'd say at that point, it marks a change in the album. The outro for this song, though, comes out of nowhere. It's very odd. It's a very stark contrast to the rest of it. It's basically just been EQ'd, so like all of the high end is. It sounds like you're listening to them in a bathroom, in a club. If you know that meme.
Schnogging. It's why don't you only come when you're high, but you're schnogging someone in the box.
Exactly. Love Letter and Mean Streets I've just grouped together. I thought they were the same song. To be honest, they were very, very similar. Liam, I've mentioned that Glass Homes is my standout track.
I like that one.
It's very video gamey, 8-bitty. Bitty, can't believe I've used that word. Yeah, I didn't like Love Letter and Mean Streets. Yeah, I didn't like. They were very. It's like they discovered a very specific piano sound and just thought, you know what, let's just add these 2 completely different songs to the whole of the album onto this album.
Yeah.
And then No War kind of goes back to that original style, but it's a bit more slow, whereas the other ones are very like fast in your face. So overall, I think if I heard the tracks individually, like I was saying, I'd like them, but to listen to this whole thing, it just is a bit much. That I couldn't sit through the whole thing again. So I liked all the tones, I liked all the things they did, apart from that very specific piano sound that I mentioned in the Love Letter and Mean Streets. So I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I might go back and listen to the old stuff, but knowing me, I probably won't.
Knowing you. Aha!
Knowing me, knowing you.
Aha. What did you guys think? Did you even listen to this?
Liam?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
I did as well, yeah.
I did, and I was not expecting, I guess, same as you, for them to be so heavy.
Yeah.
I guess you know Death from Above from the song Let's Make Love Listen to Death from Above by CSS.
Nope.
You don't know that song?
Nope.
Okay. You probably would if you put it on.
Okay.
Which is a dance song, electronic. And so it kind of felt weird to me when I played this. I was like, that doesn't... It's like Let's Dance the Joy Division. But I guess that's very specific in the sense of happy and unhappy, blah, blah, blah. Whereas that other song isn't. What am I trying to say here? It didn't kind of fit that... It didn't fit the CSS song for me. Until I kind of noticed... I guess I picked up on the same kind of Tron vibes as you, Yanni. And also in Glass Homes as well. It started to make a bit more sense. I don't know what their older music's like, but I can see... I can feel a certain era of like late noughties, kind of... I don't know what I'm going for here.
I got more early 2000s.
Maybe that's more
like
I'm
New
thinking
York
of.
scene kind of thing. I don't know. That's
Yeah, everyone wearing t-shirts a bit too small for them.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, maybe we are
what I'm
thinking the same
thinking
thing. But yeah, I thought it was fairly all right. Yeah, I think I agree with most of what you said.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, me too. I thought the last couple faded away. But the actual last one, you mentioned the name, but I can't remember it.
No War.
No War kind of brought it back for me, but like you, I think I liked individual aspects of it more than the collective narrative that it was trying to portray.
Defo.
Defo.
So that's been our individual picks of the week. Now we have... Liam might have skimmed through this, but we have forgotten about it. Liam, have you got anything to say about the band of Real Estate?
I remembered this before Callum mentioned it. And since Callum mentioned it, I hope that he gave this a listen. Did you listen to the Real Estate EP?
No.
Well, consider you were looking forward to... You're allowed to listen to other things. You don't have to just listen to what you've been told to listen to.
I'm aware. I'm just trying to find that message from you.
Oh, great. Well, I did listen to the Real Estate EP Half a Human, and I wish I'd paid more attention and actually put it on this list because we should really have talked about it. I don't remember much about it. I thought it was fine.
Right.
It didn't really stand out to me, so that's probably why I said it might have been boring maybe or something. I don't know what I said.
No, you said... I personally think we do Real Estate and Hot Off the Press with the few singles and do an album each. I listened to Real Estate and it really wasn't exciting.
Yeah.
Which is
Stand by that.
essentially what you've...
It's fairly fine. I think if I listen to it a few more times, again, it's one of those that you appreciate a bit more, but it didn't really stand out immediately.
Wow. That was good.
That's that.
Now we've got some controversy for you.
So we have...
Montero? Yeah.
That's what I'd go with.
In brackets.
Yeah.
Call Me By Your Name by Lil Nas X. Now...
Been
a bit of an uproar about this, specifically just the music video and one scene in particular. But before we go on to that in very minimal detail, as we always do with everything, what did we actually think about the song?
Detail on this one.
The song itself has not left my head for a week.
Really?
For better or worse, I really like it.
See, I didn't enjoy this. I didn't think it was that good. A song.
I'm the middle guy on this. I didn't think it was great when I first heard it, and now it's kind of caught in my head. But I don't think it's groundbreaking.
I think I've done well to avoid hearing it as much as maybe you guys have, because I feel like I've only listened to it in full once, and that was when I watched the music video, and then I've only just heard snippets. So potentially I'll enjoy it more, but it didn't have that same initial catchiness that like Panini or Old Town Road did.
Yeah.
But you can still see it's Lil Nas X. Like, it's blatantly clear it's a Lil Nas X song.
It's also very short. It's just over 2 minutes long, isn't it? It feels very short. It's like 2 minutes 17 or something like that.
All right. I mean, most
and when
pop
I listen
songs
to
are,
it, it feels. Well, no, they're usually like 3 minutes, surely. Like even pop
Hey,
songs.
don't call me Shirley.
Hate it. But it just feels long. And when we go into the video in a minute, I'm going to the video now even. So there's a lot of controversy on this video. And when I watched it, and again it was just over 2 minutes long, I was like, well, what? There isn't that much to be. There isn't that much to be concerned about here. It's literally a very short video.
Yep.
But he is lap dancing on Satan. And listen, everyone deserves a bit of downtime. Do you know what I mean? Even the Lord of the Underworld deserves a bit of downtime.
So as we are three Catholic boys who went to a Catholic school.
Far from it, mate.
I know, I'm joking. We're not exactly the pinnacle of the religion, are we? Are you asked why people asked?
Am I asked why about people being asked?
No, not asked about people being asked. I said, are you asked? Why are people asked?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was well done and quite funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's just ridiculous how pathetic
upset people
are. People are about it. It's a music video. There's far worse things on the internet. If you're on the internet and you're putting hate because of this video, then you're in for a shock. God, let me tell you. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, is it? I mean,
not at all.
Cal, as the resident religious boy, what are your thoughts on this?
I'm not the. I'm not a
said
resident
about this, Cal.
religious boy.
I need to know what Emma said on this one.
I've not spoken to my mother about it.
You need to send her the link and see what she says.
I know
No
she
context,
her and my dad loved Old Town Road. Just.
Oh, so they love this one.
Yeah, I can imagine they will. I'm not really a Catholic boy. I say I was compared to you two, but not properly.
The most.
I couldn't care less about the video. I think the song message is nice. It's nice his his thought around, helping other people come to terms with who they are and all that. It's nice. So I think people shouldn't just overshadow that nice message with what is quite clearly a video not to be taken too seriously.
He literally is like, if you've seen what he's been like on Twitter since, he's just trolling everyone.
Yeah.
Very
Trolling.
well. He's very...
He's trolling
Very
everyone.
He is trolling everyone.
Trolling. But like the amount of stuff he's done, and it's just, he's doing a great job.
He is. Big
I
up
actually
Lil
paid no
Nas
attention
X.
to the lyrics, so I assumed it was something to not be taken seriously, but I guess I've missed the trick there.
Yeah, I think he said it's well, his name's Montero, I believe.
Oh, it's not Lil Nas X.
No,
Is that a nice Christian name?
no. So I think it's a song about to his younger self about accepting who he is and coming out and stuff
Oh, okay.
to help people be who they are. I think that's what. Maybe I've dreamt it, but I can't imagine.
Be a weird dream.
Nice.
So
That would
wouldn't it be a weird dream?
That would be a weird dream. If you were dreaming that account, I would be quite concerned. I don't know what
so
you
yeah.
I had a dream about the beast from the chase last night.
that.
Tell
He
us
was
more,
very
please.
normal.
You can't
He
have
was
that there.
he was a security guard in Asda,
Wow.
and I wanted an Xbox game that people couldn't get anywhere, and I asked him, and he
Okay.
stole it, and then the police were after us.
What the fuck?
So me and Mark Lebet were
Well,
on the run.
I dream about the Vixen most nights.
Bolt and
Next
Brainiac.
up. Yeah. But anyway, listen to Lil Nas X, support him. For all he is, the Lord's Son and Saviour.
It's all right if he prays hard enough, it won't matter in the end.
Oh no,
Pink
exactly. Yeah.
Lunettes is the song. The band.
Why is this the wrong way around?
is Pond. I don't know why it's the other way around.
Who does this?
I didn't do it.
I did it, I think.
Oh,
But when-
Yannis!
You're an idiot.
But we say it's the wrong way around, but Lil Nas X is also...
Yeah, so who did that one?
So
No,
I
that
just
was
copied
me.
that.
Sorry,
I
that
copied
was me.
that. That's what it was.
Fools.
Anyway, yeah, Pond released a new song, The Nets. I saw it on Instagram being posted that they did it, so I thought, let's give it a go. Because I think Cal, anyway, you've listened to Pond, haven't you?
I have.
Listen to Pond.
I do. I do
Liam's
listen to
Liam's
Pond.
here. He's listened to Pond as well.
I've listened to Pond.
So, what do we think of this? ladies and
Different,
gents?
innit?
It is
Very
very different.
Someone mentioned in the comments of the YouTube video it's quite LCD sound system, and I don't really know anything of them other than Daft Punk's playing at my house. So that was a pointless comment.
Not anymore.
They're not. I thought the bass line was very, very good. I thought it was a banger, and I kind of hope that the album goes in this direction because it is something, something completely different,
Yeah.
which I liked. Thought the lyrics were a bit shite, but
I think it's more about the vibe in it. I think.
that's it. It's, you know what I was gonna say, but the vibe gets me there.
That's it.
Vibes
Spot
on point.
This is the first. I know Nick, in the visualizer, I presume it is Nick Albrook
Yep.
singing. Why wouldn't it be?
Yep.
That's the most stationary I've ever seen his jaw.
Liam, do you remember when we went to see
Yeah.
Tame Impala live in Liverpool and he was
Yeah, it
the
was
support? That was fucking weird.
Nick Albrook as Nick Albrook or Pond.
Yep.
That was
No,
Nick
as
Albrook.
Nick Albrook.
Isn't Pond mostly Tame Impala band?
Yes, essentially.
Couldn't they? Why didn't they just do Pond? I mean, it didn't make a difference either way. I don't think anyone knew what songs they were playing.
It was a
'Cause it
very
was,
unusual support act.
I think I remember you telling me actually. So I
Probably
wasn't
would've.
invited, so
Oh, shut up! You most definitely were invited.
Oh,
to Tame Impala.
shut up, Callum. You
You're not going to be able
were
to
you
remember.
not there?
No, he wasn't there.
Oh, I'm thinking about Mac DeMarco actually. Sorry.
were you there at Mac DeMarco, mate?
I was
Little,
there.
little fisticuffs.
Next up, talking of Australian bands over here on the podcast.
Where's Liam?
I'm down under, mate. What is this? What does this represent? There's these two words here.
What?
What are you doing?
This isn't a song, is it?
Dry cleaning.
Oh, sorry, I've skipped over Franklin. Oh, bloody
You
hell.
fucking idiot.
Oh, slap on the wrist.
I didn't know.
I'm
I was
just,
going to say I didn't
all
know they
over
were
the shop here.
Australian.
I know, yeah.
Apologies.
Liam
Sorry
coming with
about
the
that.
nuggets of knowledge.
Not an Australian band. I think a British
Can that be a
band.
new segment?
Dry cleaning.
Nuggets of knowledge. It's just Liam sprouting out facts. Well, what he thinks are facts. He's just making up things years long.
I've got some good facts. You want some facts?
No,
Yeah, go on.
not now. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
come on. I do. Come on.
I was watching a video on evolution, and if you were
that's not real.
to take, if you were to take a baby child from around from around
As opposed to
I
an
can't
adult
do that
child.
again.
baby child
I can't do that
Around-
anymore, mate. Last time, end up in prison. God.
from around 4,000 years ago. Was it 40? Oh, I don't think this is gonna have much weight now, is it? Was it 4 or 40? I think it was 4,000.
You're
years
losing
ago.
me. You're losing me.
If you were to take a baby child from 4,000 years ago and bring it to today somehow, time machine, and
Freeze it.
gave it to a family, it was adopted by a family, freeze it, it was defrosted by a family, that child
It's a Bernard
would
Matthews
grow
baby.
I'm going to skip past that.
No, go on. The
What
child would
child?
what? Go on.
The child would grow up and would be indistinguishable from any other adult. So what the point of that is, and that's
It looks
how
like
many
every
thousand
single
years,
adult
every
ever.
single adult.
It's
the last however many thousand years, there's been really very little changes among the human species. Thanks for listening.
Next up, we have dry cleaning with Unsmart Lady. Quite forgettable.
yes.
I've forgotten it.
Yep, and just so everyone knows, dry cleaning are providing us with our album spotlight for next week. So strap
Why
in.
is it that the band don't look like they're all in the same band?
I'm not looked.
I've also
Watch the
looked.
video for this, and it looks like they're all from different bands. The bass guitarist looks like he's in a death metal band. For one, the guitarist looks like he's from a No, actually, the drummer looks like he's from the 90s. Looks like he's from Weezer. Could be taken straight out of Weezer.
Which one's he, Jan? I know.
That's the bass player.
The bass player looks like he's in like the Magic Numbers or something. Do you remember them?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
No. We're not as old as you, Carl.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I agree, Yanni. They're a very mismatched bunch, aren't they?
Yes.
There's the short-haired guy. Looks like he's in Do Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this picture you're showing us.
Yeah, I know.
So bright. Anyway, yeah, forgettable song, but hopefully not a forgettable album.
Yeah, hopefully it works better in context.
But you will find out
still
next
think,
week.
Yeah, I think this song, I haven't actually listened to it in full, but
It's bought a house, don't you know?
musically, it seemed like a good band, and so I hope that it's hope the album's good.
Thanks, Liam.
As opposed to us always hoping that albums are bad.
But first up, mate, we're back over on the old show.
Lost Liam again. Where's it, Liam? Liam, come back. Liam.
We're over here on the little island of Australia, mate.
Little
Australian or
very little island of Australia.
Little Australia. That was a purposely bad accent.
Where did you live in
Was it?
Australia?
Very
Was it
good
Port
Australian
Hedland?
accent. Port Hedland, yeah.
Oh, see, I do remember
It was
things.
a very little town.
I've got a little sticker with that on.
I think I've got, you know, like what you put beers in to keep them cold?
Yeah.
Stubby cooler.
It's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, mate. Got plenty of them knocking around.
This week, good old Kev has he released a video, didn't he? To celebrate an anniversary of the album In a Speaker. Stop me if I'm wrong at any point. Stop me if you think you've heard this one before.
Stop me,
It was
stop me.
entitled In a Speaker Memories, I believe. And it was basically just like a behind the scenes of the making of In a Speaker. There's been behind the scenes for all the albums after that, but never, from my knowledge anyway, and I think I'd be the one to know.
So,
sorry.
There's never been anything for In a Speaker. So this was quite interesting. I was pleasantly surprised to find out how involved the rest of the live members were in the making or recording of this,
Yeah.
as opposed to all the other albums that Kev's done on his little lonesome.
yeah, I think until Lonerism they were a band, weren't they? I think the first was it an EP they did first.
EP first, yeah.
And it was what's that called? That's the one with Half Full Glass of Wine on, isn't it?
What a tune.
Yeah.
What is that EP called?
I can't remember.
It's just called Tame Impala, I think. Genuinely, I think it's just called
That could
Tame
be.
Impala.
But yeah, I think of that and the Inner Speaker. I think I was aware that was like a full band effort, and then Lonerism. Just all out Kev on the keys, in the guitar, in the vocals.
This has got to stop.
I haven't watched this video, so tell me more about it, please.
Well, the key part, if I remember correctly, was Solitude is Bliss. There's a lot of J of Pond fame.
Yeah. Playing the drums.
I didn't realise how Zeppelin, the drumming style, was in that song. And how much fun it looked like it was to record that. To be honest,
Yeah.
that whole thing, it looked like a lot of fun. They were just in a house. I think as late as Current, he's recorded in that. I think Lonerism he did in France. But Current's, like, the behind the scenes for making of that is in the same house as what In a Speaker looks like it was recorded in. But yeah, it's just a behind the scenes thing. I don't really know how else to put it. If you like Tame Impala, then watch the video, because I'm sure you'll get some enjoyment out of it.
Thanks.
I thought it was interesting to see him, or Kev, just work on stuff on behind the board, or the very little board. There's a very little mixing board that he uses. I think it's a cassette recorder, to be honest, it looks like, or something like tiny, and he's just twiddling the old faders.
Twisting his knobs.
Yes, exactly.
Mm.
But yeah, if you like
Disney's
Tame Impala, watch
knobs.
it because it's interesting.
It is interesting. I thought the actual video. I mean, I know it's 10 years old now, but it was pretty. I don't know. The video was pretty poor, and there was some really bad editing of music over when Kevin was actually sitting down to talk. I couldn't really hear him. But yeah, interesting. I always love seeing behind the scenes of stuff. Especially a genius like Kev.
Yeah.
There's also, and this may have been good to mention in the news, but I suppose it's more fitting for this part of it. I'm sure they've recently just announced that they're going to do like a performance. Yep. So live from Wave House. It's a global streaming event on the 21st of April. They're performing the album in full. Tickets are on their website. And there's also a 10th anniversary edition deluxe 4 LP box set that you can order.
Yeah, black
However,
black vinyl on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's all black vinyl, which is
disappointing.
The sleeves are all a different colour, so it would have made sense to do it the same as the sleeve colour, surely, if they were going to do it like that. I don't know why they wouldn't. It has unearthed songs, sidelong jam, apparently, new mixes, and blah, 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 blah.
A sidelong jam?
Yeah, so
on
one
a 12-inch
side, apparently.
like
so
20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Probably more. Wow.
So yeah,
cool.
If you like Tame Impala, support him. And that's it for the Hot the Press, I believe, unless there's anything else you little boys want to add.
No, it was a short one this week, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
We're still an hour and 15 minutes.
I don't think we've got enough singles to put on the image. I don't know what we're going to do. We haven't. Definitely haven't got enough pictures. We're going to have to check some pictures of ourselves.
That can be arranged. Now, God, that's so bright, isn't it? That bloody light.
Is it coming closer?
Oh, it's piercingly bright.
It's approaching.
Oh, I think I can make it out from the billboard. It's the album spotlight. We're here. No one wanted to speak. We're here. The album spotlight. It's Ben Howard and his album that we've all been eagerly anticipating. Collections from the Whiteys, as whoever's put that. Collections from the Whiteout, it's actually entitled. I almost messaged you about 1 o'clock last night or this morning to say, please make this stop. But I didn't want to wake you guys up. So, yes, Cal, take it away. Take it away, honey.
I was going to do the Ali Mine riff then, but, to follow off from that, which was the reference, but never mind. We've discussed this album already to the high heavens about how we've liked previous Ben Howard, how we weren't really anticipating this. And it starts off with 3 already released singles, this album. Ones that I weren't really... That's good English. Ones that I wasn't.
I weren't ever bothered about that.
That's what happens when you have a bloody Yorkshire girlfriend. It just goes to shit.
Bloody Yorkshire.
Folly's Fixture, What a Day, and Crowhurst's Meme. I didn't really like when they were originally released. I'm just going to talk over you taking the piss out of me. But I feel like they worked better now in the album. I enjoyed them more. However, on Folly's Fixture and Crowhurst Meme, they had like a really, I wouldn't say really cool, man. Really quite interesting synth sound, very much in the background. And I really wish this was a direction that Ben explored more throughout the album, because the next song, Finders Keepers, was probably my favourite on the record, because it was a bit weirder and a bit less straightforward. Far Out, was that a single? I feel like that was a single.
Yes.
Because I wrote
we
that.
did that as the best single.
Okay. Because I said I think this album has a good mix of delving firmly into like the weirder side, but still having radio songs, singles for radio play. However, from there on in, all the boring aspects came to the forefront, and it just kind of faded away for me. Rookery was not good.
Oh,
No, it was good, but
Nah.
it was good, but it was boring.
beautiful.
You have your way was also boring. Sage that she was burning.
Boring.
Sage, did I say that? Sage that she was boring. Is that what I said?
No.
Oh, Sage that she was burning. That was kind of the direction I was hoping the album would have gone in
I agree with
fully. But by that point, I was just bored. I feel like it had gone too far gone. And then, Sorry Kid, downwards to the end of the
Sorry, mate.
album. Fuck off! I'm not Liam. You can't do that
to
to me.
apologise, mate.
Don't you try and get in on it either. Fuck off.
Right,
We're all
Sorry. I just need to go downstairs, but I'm still here. Still talk.
okay.
Oh, hang on. Yanni is.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and lock the door. 1 sec. Give me 1 sec.
Okay, I'll just talk to myself. No, I'll just talk to myself.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just carry this podcast as I normally do. Sorry Kid, downwards. It was all very boring and lackluster, which is a shame because I thought this album actually had potential, but it was too long and too samey, and it doesn't delve into the aspects that make it interesting nearly enough, which I kind of expected, but still disappointed by all the same. So yeah, they're my thoughts on the album. I hope I didn't drive you all away like I drove Yanni and Liam away, but
Were you talking, mate?
I was talking. I carried on.
Oh.
I carried on.
Okay.
So who would like to go next? Someone,
Liam would.
please talk.
I'll volunteer as tribute.
Go on, Katniss.
I'm going to mirror all the things you said, although I didn't hear any of it. I assume
Cal
I agree.
speaking. Yeah.
I assume I agree. Yeah, for me, Far Out is still probably my favourite song on the album. I think that's genuinely a good song. The part of that I found interesting, he actually does a lot on this album, which is not singing in a particular phrasing. The way he sings doesn't match the time. Well, not that it doesn't match the times. Well, the phrasing. That's exactly the thing I'm saying
Fucking
here.
hell.
The
Easy for
phrasing
you.
is strange. But on Far Out, that really works. I actually really liked Rookery. I thought it was quite a beautiful track, quite beautiful soundtrack. And I also agree that I wish it had gone in the direction of Sage that she was burning. That sounds a bit more interesting. Everything else, it just didn't do anything for me. I think it was a lot more accessible than the last album. And at first I thought that it was better. I haven't gone back and listened to the second to last album, but I don't think it necessarily is better than that album. Yeah, I'm just a bit disappointed. The thing is, it's still very well made. It's still brilliant. Like, guitar work is fantastic. His voice is great. Still is, you can still kind of tell he's a good songwriter, but the songs aren't that interesting. And it's a shame, because I went back and listened to I Forget Where We Were, and that album is just phenomenal. And the first album's phenomenal as well, to be fair, but that second album is just another level of the songwriting on that album is incredible.
Did he win any awards for that album? Because
he won the award of My Heart.
That's enough.
that is enough. That's all
all
anyone
you need.
wants.
That's all you need. I'm going to find that out while Yanni tells us about this album.
Good,
Alright.
good.
So, I think I've got some differing opinions. My initial thought, and it does get better than this, was that he's certainly mastered how to do fuck all with every song he writes.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Now I said it out loud, and I know that you guys agree. I'm sticking with that point. Just to sort of round it all up, I liked the individual elements of certain or most tracks on there, but just nothing happens, and so it just becomes very tiresome to listen to. Although we covered it previously, it was probably one of those weeks, like many, where I didn't listen to it properly when it was out as one of the hot off the press tracks. Crowhurst Meme is the one I'm actually talking about. Is potentially a standout for me, even though again it's one of those ones that not a lot happened on. It was just very soothing to listen to. and I liked it. I listened to it late at night, so that might have helped. But it was just a very nice song, and I didn't mind too much. That didn't really go anywhere. Don't know why, but there's something about it that kept me intrigued. This was still at the point where I was trying to write notes about everything, so I put Finders Keepers fucking irritating. I think that's the one where he just keeps on asking a question in the lyrics, and yeah, that what's in the river? That's suitcase, that wheel floating or whatever. It's just his it was just annoying for me. Rookery, I love that. Sounded like an old school Ben song.
Yep. Yanni.
Just him and his
Tight.
guitar. And it was nice to have a song that was stripped back and actually had changes throughout it. I put that on this, it makes it clear that the other songs were more or less created by an initial loop that was just, they're more or less not expanded on. So a bit lazy songwriting, to be honest. So you can tell that when he is with his guitar and he's writing the song, he is expanding upon those ideas as he goes through it. But these other ones, the newer ones, I'll call them really, it's just like someone's made a loop and then it's just like, yeah, we'll just add in maybe an extra synth sound, for a verse, or we'll add a little background bit for a chorus. And that's it. And it just seems very lazy when that happens, unfortunately. Buzzard, what was with that sick guitar playing? It was amazing. Really liked how odd it was. I know I've skipped over a lot, but yeah, I mean that was the only one that caught my attention afterwards.
But someone like the bendy, just like
really odd. It sounds odd when you're listening to it. Might be a bit off-putting, I don't know, but I really enjoyed it, and it made me realise how good a guitar player was. And it's only 55 seconds, that song. It is a nice ending to the album. So it's like Her Majesty. It's like one of those, it's just a very short song. To finish it off, it was quite nice. And I just thought, why can't there be more of this with lots of exclamation marks? And obviously a question mark, because that is a question. So, yeah, overall, not really too arsed about it. There were some good songs that I liked, but it just doesn't do a great deal with the bass. The initial idea, it needs to go further, and it doesn't, and that fucks me off a lot, because it clearly has the ability to do it. And it just seems like he's just not doing it. It's just like, nah, I can't be really bothered. And I don't.
I think you bang on there about like the looping a guitar track and then really just not expanding on it. I just didn't enjoy like what sounded like drum machines used. Yeah, it just made the song sound very just like boring. Just boring is the word.
Yeah, boring. So we're going to go through now. We're going to give you... It wasn't Shame, it's Ben Howard. We're going to give you our opinion.
It would have been better if it was Shame.
It would have. We're going to give you our ratings. Cal, you're going to go first.
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay. Ian?
Well, that's funny, because I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 too.
Well, that's funny, because I'm going to give it I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 as well, I believe.
We're so in sync.
So, Liam, if you wouldn't mind, what is the mode?
6.
What's the median?
6.
Mean?
I'm approaching Lil Nas X territory here, aren't I? It's 6 again.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, my Catholicism
range
is
boys
crying.
I can see the Mother Mary weeping.
The Jesus on the door of your new
girls.
house will be crying as we speak.
Yeah, I love that Jesus.
The Range Boys, they've got to cry this week.
Yeah, they need to go home. 0.
Do you reckon they're still coming back week after week?
At
they
this
love
point,
it.
I wouldn't.
They're like those fellas like getting their balls kicked.
Oh,
they love it. They love a bit of pain.
Those weirdos.
Freaks, yeah. Yeah. Before we move on, I just wanted to ask you what you think the album I Forget Where We Were by Ben Howard, a better album than the one we just discussed.
Yes.
On Wikipedia, the genres are... What genres are listed for this album? Come on. Should be pretty straightforward.
Songwriter.
No. Carl, are you going to make a guess? Are you gonna... You Googling it? Are
no.
you cheating on this test? Or?
No, I'm rearranging Notion because for some reason everything was the wrong way around.
Okay, well, can you answer this question then?
I think it's gonna have skank, rap, and electro
Russian hard
funk.
bass.
Folk, why not?
Yeah,
folk?
it'll have
It does
folk.
have folk.
Yeah.
It has folk.
Okay.
It also has indie folk.
Okay.
Also has ambient.
Yeah, I can get that.
Ambient.
Yeah.
Ambiance.
Also has shoegaze.
What?
Number one shoegaze album of the 2010s confirmed. What's next? Are my little whiteies?
It's a what? It's a new segment.
It's newish.
New. Unsigned, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
I'm yours.
Oh, second week on it. Oh, no. Oh, I'll start that one again.
I almost choked. Fully almost choked then. Callum.
Second week in a row, we've had some unsigned music sent in, boys. It's like
I'm
people
liking
value
it.
our opinion.
I'm liking the attention we're getting.
So
Keep
am
it
I.
up.
So am I.
It's nice to feel important.
It is
Yeah.
nice to feel important. This week's entry. You alright, Liam?
You set it out for me, please, mate.
I will
Yeah,
do, mate. I'm just checking as a friend. You
I'm
alright?
alive now.
Okay, good.
I don't care.
This week's entry is from James Burt with his second track or second release, Heartbreak High. Yanni, you've got a good reading voice. Do you want to tell me what we've
Have I?
written down?
Have I got a good reading voice?
Better than
I
Liam's.
would very strongly disagree.
Thanks, Dean.
Joking, go on.
Just what I need as I'm about to read this this paragraph.
Your voice is shit. Please continue.
It's almost as good as your Australian accent. That's how.
It was purposely bad.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot stress that enough.
Okay.
My Australian's
As
very good.
Cal alluded to before, I just had to say it. I just had to get it in, didn't I?
Nearly a whole episode without saying that.
I know. I couldn't resist. I'm afraid. It is the second single by the boy himself, James
Is that
Burt.
going here?
I know.
Go.
Funny enough, he's only started his musical career as of last year. At the I've never heard of this, at the Confetti Institute of Creative Technologies.
Sounds really good. Really
which
fun.
is
place.
a great name for any
Confetti
institution.
Especially creative ones.
Yes. His
Maybe
first
good
single.
work for some other institutions, if I'm honest.
Go on,
Sorry?
expand on that.
Such as schools.
Okay, thanks. His first single received BBC Introducing Nottingham's Track of the Week. And if that isn't high praise, I
Congrats.
don't know what is. That sounded very sarcastic. I'm very sorry.
I think by this point people will realise that your tone is just sarcasm. We are, you
Yeah.
know, we
Yeah,
wouldn't
we
we
can't
wouldn't share
avoid
this
that.
song if we weren't, you know, if we didn't like
Yeah,
it.
we really wouldn't. That's how it works. It had further
Literally,
coverage
oh, yeah.
in a few music publications that weren't mentioned here. So who knows? Enemy.
I,
let's just
no,
put them in there.
I did.
Right,
I did
cut
mention
them
them.
out
I did
because
mention
the
them, but
Rolling
Liam took them
Stones.
out.
Oh, thanks, Liam.
Sounds better when you
That's all right.
say a number. I was asking for several. Change it to several. Say it again, but say several, Yanni.
Several music publications.
It's better. Give James his
The
due.
track, just so you know what you're getting into, when it is it already out? No one's put this information in.
No.
When is it out?
I'll find out. I'm going to find out.
God's sake, people are slacking here. I'm just a reader. I'll read anything you put in front of me. It's like Anchorman. Just put it in front of me. The track has a very 80s aesthetic vibe. That's the genre. Very, it's pop, which may be slightly unusual for us. We tend to go for more of the rock or indie kind
Yeah.
of things, but this was good. We all enjoyed this.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fitting with the times at the moment in terms of what is on the radio, from my knowledge, which is very limited of what is on the radio, the mainstream radio anyway. That is, the 80s is like coming back.
Definitely.
So it's fitting right in. I think this is the sound that he's going for, if I'm not mistaken. He wants to get this sound across, this 80s vibe. It was good.
It was good.
I liked it. What have you guys got to say on this?
I just mirror your thoughts. I like the 80s vibe. I'm not really...
You do, don't you?
I do. None of us are really fans of mainstream pop today, I wouldn't say. No. Really. Like the odd tune, but as a whole.
I love One Republic.
Stop. And stare. Thank you. I'm not going to apologise.
It's too late.
Double whammy jokes. But yeah, no,
I'm. Fame, is that them?
Oh, go away. You say one too far.
Go on.
I really liked it. I thought. I think anthemic's the wrong word, but it was quite sing-alongy. I mean, if you knew the lyrics, it'd be one that I'd want to sing along to. You know what I mean? It gives off that vibe. It's.
I would say, considering it's his second single, it's very good. You wouldn't get that
I agree.
Impression. I don't know who he's worked with. I don't think he's done it all himself.
So I think someone either mixed or mastered or produced who's worked with Bring Me the Horizon and Cast. I think that was said in the press release that was sent to us. We should have this up, really. It was pointless me just writing notes.
Nah,
it's not that I would do, but I've been told not to read word for word on this. So, yeah.
Did anyone find out when it was released?
Anything? Yeah, I did. So I've not been listening to anything you said. So I'm going to tell you how I feel, and then I'll tell you when it's out.
Okay.
Very 80s vibe.
Fucking
poppy,
hell.
But
you really should have been listening to what we were saying, mate.
No, everyone will appreciate this. Very 80s vibe, very fun, but very well made. I'm going to take back very fun. That's absolutely not right. Not very fun.
No, it's depressing, wasn't it?
I mean, it's not depressing either, but it's just not like, it's not, I don't think it's supposed to be a fun track, but it's very well made. Just a very good sound, and it's not like super poppy. It's quite alternative sounding, I'm going to say. I'm going to just throw that out there, see what happens, see if it sticks. And I like it, I like his voice, I like the bass, I like the way the song moves. And I think it's just a well-crafted track. And it is out this coming Friday.
So tomorrow?
The 9th of April.
No,
that's mad. That's not this coming, that's next.
No, but when people are listening to this, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, dates confuse me.
You guess what, ladies and gents? That's my birthday.
Oh, so it is?
Is it? Oh.
Shit.
James is releasing this especially for you. James, if you're listening, it's Yanni's birthday as well. Just so you know.
Just so you know, James.
In case you want to send him a card.
We'll link our PO box.
He's allergic to cardboard.
Send me an email card, an e-card.
He's also colourblind, so you won't be able to see it anyway.
That's not how colourblindness works.
But James, thank you for sending this in. We all enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing what you... Well, I was going to say we're looking forward to this being released, but we have already heard it. So, but everyone else should listen to it. Looking forward to more from young James. I say he's younger than our audience. I think he's about our age.
He is our age,
bit depression, actually, I guess.
He's your age. We're 23.
Oh, yeah,
I think he's younger,
true.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. He's your age, Yanni.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
He won't be when the song's released, though.
No.
Hey, yeah. That's, yeah, well done, James.
Yeah.
But everyone, go and give it a listen when it's out.
Definitely.
Pre-save it, whatever you do. I don't know. Show support. Love it.
Definitely. Thank you to James for sending it in. If you want to submit a track, preferably one that hasn't been released yet or is upcoming to be released, or the week of, or just if you want to say hi, just get in touch.
Yeah.
We'll link our socials.
We just like to hear things before we deserve to hear them, really.
Yeah.
We want preferential treatment.
We do.
If you want to send us copies, physical.
We'll link our socials later, but if you want to actually send us this a song with press release, you can email us at foolsonahillpodcast@outlook.com. Just do it.
That is true. That is true.
That is a fact. Do you know what else is a fact?
It's time to move on.
It is. You took the words out of my mouth.
Must have been when I was kissing you. Under the needle. Hello, and welcome back to the Falls on the Hill podcast. You've found us at a crossroads.
See you at the crossroads.
We're in the Under the Needle section. It's quite damp. I have not caught anything.
It's just the aftermath from
so-
hot off the press.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to be introducing these wonderful people so they can tell you exactly what they've got. The first wonderful person that must tell you what he's purchased because, oh my god, it's a fucking treat, isn't it? It's Cal.
Oh. Now, for regular listeners of the podcast, all 7 of you, I mentioned a couple of episodes
11,
ago.
actually.
3 of which are us.
I don't listen to this shit. That'd be stupid.
Funny. I mentioned a couple of episodes ago that I had purchased a holy grail of my... That made no sense. A holy grail record that I wanted for a while. You know what I'm trying to get at.
Do you know what you're saying?
No, not really. I had to buy it secondhand off Discogs.
You had to.
It was
You
expensive.
bloody had to. It was part of the census.
It was. It was expensive, but not ridiculous because I have seen this listed for a lot more. Like the standard black version is over £100, and I didn't spend anywhere near that.
Ooh.
So, but I got Kings of Leon's 3rd album because of the times on a lovely red vinyl, which I believe is an original pressing from 2007. And I also think it was only pressed in the US, I think. But I managed to get it from a UK seller.
Swindled.
Yeah, there was a mix-up on the order. Not on the order, but like my payment address is different to my delivery address, so it was delayed, which is why I'm talking about it now. But it's arrived. I've played it. It's bloody lovely. It's Kings of Leon's best album, in my humble opinion. So bloody come and look at my mug. Talk about it on the YouTube channel, please.
I didn't
Tell you more
realise
about it.
I have the reissue of this.
Do you?
Yeah, on vinyl, yeah.
Oh, wow, I
Obviously.
never knew you had it. Is it black or is it the grey one?
Yes. No, it's the black one.
Oh, fair enough.
You sure?
It was...
You verified that.
trust me, I'd know if it was grey. Yeah, I got it in
Ridiculous.
Probe.
Wow, I had no idea you had it.
Well,
That's the one that's going for like £130 on Discogs.
not the reissue though.
Yeah, man,
The reissue's going for...
it's ridiculous because
No, it
just
isn't.
honestly, I'd have just bought the reissue. If that was like £20, I'd have just bought that. I'd like to say, if my mum and dad listen, I haven't spent a stupid amount on this. It was about £50, I think I've paid for.
Why do your mum and dad care?
Because they always say to me, "You buy too many records."
Do you still have a child account?
No, but I don't want them to think
There was a
I'm.
little bit of a pause there.
No, there wasn't. No, I just don't want them to think I'm splurging my life savings away. You know what I mean?
You're an adult.
I am an
Making
adult.
You can
money
buy what you
from
want.
us
Yeah.
making money.
Did you have a
So it's
look
fine.
if the reissue is 130 odd quid?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, was it?
No,
How much was it? Oh, fucking
it
no,
maxed
freeze
out
me.
at 42 quid or something.
Yeah, but is it actually for sale? Because I feel
Well, this is live.
it is live. People will love
Um,
this. This is what the kids want.
This is what the kids want.
Oh
I've been
god,
telling
yeah,
you
for
guys.
sale,
This is what
147.
the kids want.
Yeah, so can you not give me that jip, please, my friend?
Yeah, but is it actually worth that amount? People will take a.
Definitely not.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I
no,
think,
because it's not
right now.
sold for more than 40 quid, is it?
It's very annoying when it like an album's never sold for more than 30, and then no one's selling it. So someone puts on £220. No, it's not worth that much.
Yeah.
Well, that's I guess
Yeah,
supply and demand, isn't it?
I've definitely got that version, so I don't know.
Anyway,
why.
let's just move on from this,
Christ
and if you
alive.
care, go on Discogs yourself and find how much these records are. I'm going to tell you about my records because I'm a little
Liam,
boy.
I'd like you to tell me about your records now, please.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you about my records. I bought essentially a holy grail of mine as well. Now, this isn't an original because, again, these are expensive, very expensive. There's only a few pressings, I think, and the early pressings are only in America, I believe. Yes, something like that. But anyway, they're not like massively expensive, but they're all like at least 50 quid or something. So maybe one day I'll get one. But I got a reissue, remastered, half speed mastered in 2018 of the Silver Jews album American Water. An album I've loved for a good few years now. One of the faves. And just on black vinyl. Any questions?
No,
Anyone care?
none at all.
Okay.
Does it sound good? Because it's been mastered at half speed or whatever.
No, do you know what? No. No,
Great.
it does actually. No, the music does sound good. It's got a lot of crackling and stuff.
Mm.
A few pops and things. Also, there's a skip
You
or
put Rice
just-
Krispies on it when you're playing it.
Yeah, snap, crackle, and bop. There's on the second side. I can't remember which song it is now. I think it's in "Send in the Clouds" or like the death. One of those two songs. There's it jumps back a line, so it keeps repeating the line over and over again.
That's nice.
I put it like I turned the player off and was like hand rolling it, and even very slowly would always skip back. So it's clearly some I think it's more. I couldn't see a scratch. It must have been manufactured dodgy. I couldn't see
That's
any
good
scratch
for a
at all.
reissue, isn't it?
Oh, very good. Yeah, very, very helpful. But apart from that, it sounds pretty good. My second and last record acquirement of this week is the Malady single, "London, I Love You, But You're Bringing Me Down."
I was trying to do the voice,
B-side.
the little noise there, but because I've been ill, I can't go high. So I don't know if my mic will pick that up, but it was just me
It was
straight.
just you.
It's just you.
That was all we heard.
The B-side on this is a dub remix, which I haven't actually... I think I listened to it on Spotify. I didn't really...
Streaming, isn't it? Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the "London, I Love You, But You're Bringing Me Down" is just a great track. It's a very, very good song. Looking forward to more from Malady. I don't know if you two... I guess you're probably not going to cover this in the future, but I have your copies as well.
Yeah, I mean, we did say
Yeah.
that Yanni didn't have anything this week, but, well, he could have had this, and you two have seen each other because you can travel in England now, and,
Yeah,
safely with COVID and all that.
definitely could have given it to you, I know. You could
Yeah,
have had it tonight, actually.
I could have. I was thinking about when you were talking about it. Yeah.
but yeah, we're not
Oh.
going to talk about it on a video in the
Cool.
future. Liam can just do this for us because, what else would we have to say?
So come and watch me show you my Silver Jews record and the Malady single, Happiness.
On the tube of you. That is Under the Needle, all wrapped up in a nice little bow. Now, next week's. Oh, what's he doing? What's he playing now?
I just knocked it by
Okay.
accident.
Next week's album spotlight. What is that, Liam?
Album Spotlight.
You've mentioned
That is
it.
where we will discuss an album of the week in great detail. And that album will be... No, I've actually forgotten what it's going to be. What's
Dry
Dry
cleaning,
cleaning, but I don't know
It's
what
going to
the
be
name of the
Dry
album is.
Cleaning's album.
Yep. Entitled.
That's it. That's right. Entitled something I'm going to find out in a second. But as I'm finding this out, Dry Cleaning is...
New Long
Do you ever
Leg.
dry clean your clothes?
It's
is that something you guys
entitled
do?
New Long Life. That is the album we'll be listening to. It will be released, so we'll cover it.
I would just like to say
That's true.
I'm mightily impressed about how much we've waffled in this episode, because last week we had about 20 songs in the Hot Off the Press section. This week we had 4, and it's the same length.
Well, we're good at waffling. What can we say?
We've had a good chat.
We have had a good
gabber.
chat. Nice to have a good
Um,
catch up.
Lovely, isn't it? Isn't it
Just?
lovely?
Where can everybody find us, boys?
Well, if they want to search for us,
How many else?
they can, which is Insta and Facebook is @FallsOnTheHill Podcast, Twitter @FallsOnTheHill Pod, YouTube, where you'll find all the Under the Needle content, is Falls on a Hill. We're number 1 there, baby.
Number one
Yeah.
YouTubers. We are the YouTube elite.
Liam, does this mean there's a podcast? Not a podcast. Are we in a
We've got a play
podcast?
button. We've got a gold play button. Sorry.
Is this going to be a playlist episode or?
It is a
that-
playlist.
This
episode.
is so.
Good luck.
As you're listening to this, the March monthly playlist will be available on Spotify. I
Liam
will.
can't wait to curate that. He can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that. I might do that tonight. Because it's the beginning of the month of the next
Yeah,
month.
can you also
This
do
month,
the
right?
YouTube outro thing that I asked you to do 4 days ago?
The what? Sorry, mate.
The outro page for the YouTube videos. I sent it in.
Oh, I
WhatsApp.
completely forgot about that. I did completely forget about that. Send me a list. So when you listen to, send me a bill, the invoice.
Oh.
No, there will be a monthly playlist available, as I've just said.
Yeah.
I'll repeat it one more time for March. Later on Spotify, I'll put some stories up linking all the bands and stuff, which takes a lot of my time. And, I don't know how I do it.
Shit.
Do it just for you guys. And on that note, Callum's breaking his setup.
I should drop your phone.
So that's a good setup for the settle down of the episode.
Wow.
Crying out
I
loud.
don't know about you two, but I love to settle down on the couch. Nice brew.
He's ended it with a 1975 bloody reference. You can't have that.
Unintentional. I don't know what you mean.
I said for crying out loud.
Isn't that Kasabian song?
Well, no, it's for crying out loud. Settle down.
You've been listeners. We've been amazing. Please join us next week because we'll be doing this until the day we die.
Against our wills. And our willies. Good night, folks.
No.
Goodbye. Night. Good night.
Callum, before I tell you my next Under the Needle record, I want you to read it to me, please. Second one on the list there.
Second one on the list.
Yeah, why don't you read it for me?
London, I love you, but you keep biting my dick by mistake when blowing me, and it's becoming increasingly uncomfortable, but I don't want this to come between us.
And who's that by, Callum?
Malady.
Thank you.